Welcome, everybody, to tonight's exciting matchups for Season 10 playoffs in the WFA. I'm joined with the Pierce clan. I have Colin here to my left, and I have Randy and Emmy Pierce to my right. And it's going to be a great night for football. And so I'd like to just give everybody a chance to say hello. Colin, how you doing?
Man, I am excited. Season 10 has been a blast so far, and now I feel like we are really hitting the ground running into the playoffs, bringing back Red Zone, which I feel like has always been a big hit. Everybody likes Red Zone, so let's hope that this goes off without a hitch tonight.
I think we're headed for a good evening. And to my right tonight, he's taken a moment to ride the elevator up here in Crab Stadium, is Myrtle Beach owner Randy Pierce. Randy, how you doing?
I'm doing great tonight. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm excited for tonight's game.
So have you done anything special to get your team ready for the game this week?
Yeah, we flew out this morning, but last night at Myrtle Beach, we all got together and we went down to the beach and we had a crab bake. And boy, was that a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, you get all those guys together and they can eat a lot of crab. And I think that's what we're going to see tonight, too. They're going to eat a lot of crab.
So is the nickname of your defense now the Crab Eaters?
It is, and the crab stuffers.
The crab stuffers.
Because some of the guys who didn't have their significant others with them, we had a crab stuffing contest, and it sure did get crazy.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that. It sounds messy.
Seems like the kind of thing you might catch on a private channel on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, but we got the seafood stink off of us, and we got on a plane, and we flew to Jackson. We're ready for tonight.
Well, I hope things go well for you. You've done really a great job with the Stingers, and your season's gone really well. I've been trying to watch you, in between coaching high school football and my own games, and I love it that us Boomers have done well this year.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right. Boomer pride, right?
Right, exactly right.
Very good. Well, Randy, anything else that you'd like to say before you head back down to the locker room to get started?
No, hey, just good luck to all the teams that are in the playoffs tonight. This has been a great season, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Very good. Emery, Rose, before you leave, can you come back here to the microphone? We want to ask you a couple quick questions. While we're waiting on that, Dave, I've got a couple quotes here for some other coaches playing tonight.
Okay.
Wanted to read those here. We have owner of the Boston Whales saying that he is hoping that they can come out strong against the Federals. Defense should hopefully hold up Charleston's offense. He hopes that they can reincorporate Blanchard into the game plan. He's back off injured reserve tonight, right, while still scalping the opposition's secondary. So Sammy G is excited to be playing at home with his big hotshot running back, Jake Blanchard.
He should be happy to have him back.
Very good. Emmy, I want to ask you a quick question here, if you don't mind. Who do you think is going to win tonight between the Charleston Federals and the Boston Whales? You say it into the microphone.
Daddy.
Oh, well, Daddy's not playing. Do you want to play? Do you want the Whales to win or the Federals to win? All right, we've got stage fright.
Say Wales.
All right. Okay, we're freezing here. All right, thank you, Emmy. You can go back upstairs. Good night. Okay, sorry about that. I didn't go as planned. I've got one more quote for us tonight. I've got Noah, who is owner of the Crabs, saying that we are ready for whatever happens. We are looking to start a new legacy that isn't based on the past, and this is the time to make it.
Well, one thing I can say about his new legacy is he does have some hot-looking uniforms. I really love that hot pink and black look that they've got going on.
Yes, he does.
So, that's been an improvement, in my opinion, what they're doing.
Very good. Let me ask you, Dave, before we get started here, did you happen to see the big parlay that Derek and I put together for the round one event?
I want you to know that I listened to the show on the way to work the next morning. I couldn't catch it the night of because we had a coaches meeting.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. And, yeah, I heard about the parlay, and I'm really hoping that Martin Radosevic can crank out some big yards and help out with that.
You've had a lot of practice saying his name. I struggled with that on the show. But
He's my roommate in college, so I mean, it's easy.
you've heard his name screamed a lot.
A lot. Yes.
I get it. Okay. Well, I wanted to see what your thoughts were on the picks for tonight, and see if you agree with what we wrote down. If there's anything that you might expect to play out differently. So what we have for tonight is Boston to win outright, and Tyler Roush to throw over 2.5 interceptions.
I think that's right on the money. Tyler has a big arm, but it's not the most accurate thing in the world. Walk-off touchdown that he missed in our game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see Charleston win, but I really think that things will be so pumped up at Boston with the return of Jake Blanchard that as long as he doesn't get tired in the second half, I mean, he hasn't done much for a month.
Right.
I don't see anything different with this particular game and the picks with it.
I think it all rides on Blanchard right now.
I do too.
I really
sure do.
And then the second set of picks there for tonight is the Stingers, the underdog to win tonight, and also an anytime touchdown score from Grandacious.
Well, I'm definitely on board for the Stingers to win. I think that they underperformed in the last matchup between these two teams, but I really believe that Randy's done a good job putting together. I know he watched a ton of film this week and spent a lot of time talking to Bill Belichick personally on the phone about how to defend the Jackson Crabs offense. So I'm totally on board for that. The Grandacious anytime touchdown thing, no.
Make you nervous?
It makes me nervous.
Well, I'm telling you.
I can't do it.
I'm telling you, I think it's going to happen. We're going to see tonight. Let's give one final shout out tonight to Zach Holdorf on the other side of the world here in Des Moines, streaming the second game. And so if you want to go ahead and get that game started here, Zach, we'll try to keep these going in sync tonight. Bear with us, WFA folks, as I try to get the volume set correctly as we switch back and forth. There's going to be a few bumps along the way. But, Dave, I'm excited.
I do want to say one thing.
Okay.
I was only on the other side of the world if you believe in anything other than a flat earth.
Well, I judge science fairs tomorrow, and I heard there's a presentation on that. I can't wait to see it.
Man, that's got to be truly scientific.
Yep, I really am excited. And for those who do not know how Red Zone operates, we will be watching two games at the same time. When something exciting happens, we are going to be expanding the screen for the team in action, minimizing the screen for the other team, and vice versa as we go back and forth talking about these teams. But basically, it's going to be a lot of banter between you and I until something exciting happens.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and get this started. So hopefully Zach gets the word to start up his game here momentarily. But as we're waiting here, Dave, what about a little drinky poo for you?
I'm in.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in. What are you serving up this evening?
I'm going to give you a little maker's mark, and I'm going to let you choose between Sprite or Dr. Pepper. So you choose yours, and then I'll take the second one.
Well, I'm going to go. I don't normally drink it, but I think when you're having a mixed drink, you can't beat a good Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Well, I like the Sprite. I think it opens up a little different aromatics, if you will.
Gotcha. Oh, and you're concerned about my weight. You gave me the zero sugar Dr. Pepper, which I appreciate you looking out for me.
Well, this is zero sugar Sprite.
Oh, okay. I couldn't go wrong.
We're so health conscious around here. Look at the crowd here tonight in both stadiums. Smells like WFA playoffs, Dave.
I couldn't I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't disagree with you more. Sorry, man. I do think that it's going to be a great night for football in two cities that have a long history in our league.
Definitely. So if I understand you correctly, right now your money is on the Whales and the Stingers?
I have a feeling about that. Yeah, I do.
It looks like on the right side of our screen, the Federals will be starting off with the ball. No, Boston.
Oh, man. Man, that was a powerful looking return there for the Whales. Is there a flag on the field? Holding call. Oh, that's going to hurt. That was a nice return out to the 30. And, of course, obviously, no one's going to accept that penalty and move back. And we're going to see our friend Jake Blanchard trotting out onto the field. I'm anxious to see what he looks like.
Saw him in warm-ups. He looked good. Didn't look like he was nursing anything whatsoever.
What exactly was his injury?
I knew you were going to ask that. I wrote it down for the WFA happy hour, and I've completely forgot since then.
I thought it wasn't a testicular torsion or something like that.
It was a bad one. Grade 3, probably.
Grade 3 testicular torsion.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Well, there's a big defensive play to open up earlier there for the Federals. That guy wearing no face. You know, if you've played the season and you're in the playoffs and you're not wearing a face mask, you are tough.
Did you ever play without a face mask?
You know, the kids at school ask me all the time about what helmet I wore when I played in high school, and I tell them that it was leather, and when practice was over, I just folded it up and put it in my back pocket. And they don't know any different. That's the great thing about it. Oh, Blanchard's loose in the secondary there. A nice gain for him.
Yeah, that was a good start for Blanchard.
Looks like he's got a cup on, so obviously he's learned his lesson from that injury.
That's good. That's what you call injury prevention.
Yes. All right, so 3rd and 2. This is a money down for Boston. Draw play. Oh, my goodness. Trapped in the backfield. So they're going to be punting. And over in the other game, Jackson's back to pass. And, incomplete out in the flat. That was a good defensive play there in the secondary by Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, it looked like that wide receiver was wide open. Just couldn't haul it in.
Oh, there's a punter we haven't seen in a while. Trying to think of his first name. His last name's Gunk. Got a lot of junk in the trunk.
Is that Tony Gunk?
I think it is. One of those big chunky punters.
Beef Supreme is asking if the Federals game is on its own channel. The answer is no. I am streaming this one here in Red Zone while capturing the Crabs and Stingers game in the other window here. So sorry about that, but this is the only place you'll be able to watch the Federals.
See Logan Foster in the chat. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now about his team's performance.
How would you feel facing the Santa Fe Prow in week 1? Trey going down the sideline.
Big run by Trey Tucker.
And that's something that the Federals have had difficulty getting going is Trey Tucker, especially on those outside runs from the weak side in the offset single back. That was
nice play for him.
That was a good play.
I have found it to be, with our new playbook system this year, Martin ran wild early in the season, but, man, he struggled. You know, and he had 2 or 3 games there where he was under 50 yards to end the season. And we're hopeful that we can get that rolling with him here in the playoffs, but it was tough.
Yeah, and now, there's been very slight changes for the playoffs. Do you think that's going to make much of a difference for teams?
I think it has to help. I'll tell you that I went through and I eliminated a bunch of the stuff that's just stupid that AI loves for whatever reason. So hopefully that'll benefit us.
Yeah. Federals loving Trey Tucker tonight.
Trying to get him early and often involved in the game plan.
Jackson from the Stingers was looking for a deeper pass, didn't see anything, so passed it down short to Milo, leaving 3rd and 9 for the Stingers.
3rd down in both games, so we've got money downs on both screens here. Myrtle Beach out on an empty set. Charleston with a single back in the backfield. And the defense wins both of these plays, so we're about to see both punters trot out onto the field for the games.
Well, yeah, good defensive stands from both teams so far.
Yeah. I wonder if the AI is aware of the gravity of these games, and could we see... Oh, we've got a field goal attempt over on the right-hand side.
Yes, we do.
For the Federals. Could we see some fakes out of the AI?
We won't see any fakes, but we will see the first points of the night.
David Leathers. putting the points on the board from 47 yards away. Nice kick.
That's a good kicker right there. Got an injury.
Do we have an injury over on in the Jackson game? 37, Jack Hammer. He's down.
Jack Hammer's
What
down.
happened there? Let's look in the replay. Oh, man, he got hit hard. That was
There you go.
kind of an unsafe hit.
I've not
He
seen
got
that before.
jacked.
That's wild.
That was a heck of a hit. He didn't see it coming, and so we'll be keeping close attention on that particular play, that particular player, to see how that injury is going to impact the game.
Oh, that is rough. You know, we've been telling the WFA league for years to change this from turf to grass because of all the injuries.
Yeah, the game's just too fast on that turf.
Yeah, players are getting faster and stronger.
Yeah, especially in our league. We have the best training, the best medical. You know, like these players fly in from all over the country to have you work on them.
That's right. The line backs up way out into Pearl Street.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. 2nd and 1. This is time to throw up top. Let's see what they do in the Boston game. They give it to Blanchard, and he gets rocked.
And now I'm smelling an opportunity for Jackson here on the Myrtle Beach 29. At this point, do you suspect a run to secure 3 points, or do you go for the first down here?
3rd and 6 at the 29. I'm going to go with a bootleg and give the quarterback a chance to do something with his feet.
Oh,
and of course, he's going to throw to the middle and split the too high safety defense and be down inside the 1 yard line, 1st and goal. That's Wesley Walker. Interesting name there, Wesley Walker, because I know we have kind of we have sort of a philosophy about not using NFL players' names.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley Walker, who wore number 85, was a standout wide receiver for the New York Jets back in the 1980s, I believe it was.
No kidding.
Yeah, I bet Jake knows probably remembers that name. Well, no, wait, he wouldn't have been born yet. But,
No.
But he's probably read about him like in an NFL history book or something like that.
Well, let's see if the Crabs can punch it in here.
And they'll give it to Adubi Wally. He stopped short of the goal line. Big defensive play there.
Looked like he was trying to cut that back to the weak side.
Yeah, Tucker got him.
Big tuck. Well, they're going to get at least 2 more shots at it.
Big series, really, for Myrtle Beach. They're lined up in an odd front. Randy's done a good job with the 3-4.
Yeah, but it wasn't strong enough. At that point, you got to start to wonder, why is goal line not in the playbook? But
it does make you wonder, why he wouldn't be lined up in some kind of heavy front there.
But that was a touchdown.
And Jackson jumps out to a 6-0 lead. Extra point coming. We jump over to 3rd and 7 there while they're kicking the meaningless extra point in the other game. Boston has that going on, and that ball's tipped away by Wyatt Zussman, who I have to admit I'm a little surprised he's not wearing number 7 for the Charleston Federals.
Yeah, that's a good point. But, Wyatt Zussman's playing a selfless role right now for the Federals at linebacker and doing a good job. You don't hear his name very often, but Nolan Pierce will tell you how important he is.
He's a solid player for them.
Yep.
He won the Black Lion Award when he was a player for me at Wahama High School.
What is that?
It's an award given by a former Marine, and it's given to a player who selflessly set the example of teamwork for the rest of his team.
Oh, wow.
It's actually kind of a big deal, and he got that.
That's cool. That is cool.
All right, so Charleston now has the football, as does Myrtle Beach. First downs on both sides. And is that Mason Jackson, the quarterback for Myrtle Beach? He sees something.
Yep.
So we're going to find out if he knows anything about his audible system. That's a safe throw. Picked up 3.
Yeah, it was. Ooh, pinched back nerve.
It says he might return, but that's got to hurt.
You can tell whoever's typing that diagnosis in has no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Pinched back nerve.
Back nerve.
Gotta love that.
Is that sciatica? What is that exactly?
It depends on where it's at, I reckon. That was a big macaroni and cheese sandwich from John Hurley.
Hurley's been a good player for a long time in this league.
Ran a long way around the line there to get to that sack.
Showed a lot of speed. Tyler Roush hung on to the ball a little bit too long there for Charleston. There's a name too, Jaga Bettis.
Yeah, he's been struggling as well to get to the production level that he's been performing at the last few seasons.
Well, he's older now.
Yes, he is.
As is Akaji. I mean, could this be the last great hurrah for 2 super running backs in the WFA?
I mean, I would almost consider Blanchard to be in there as well. We've got a lot of good teams with older running backs.
Even Martin, who's a second-year player, but my goodness, he's 57 years old. How long can he keep doing it?
Not a bad punt from the Federals considering they were backed up in their own end zone.
Man, it's a matchup. There's some chunky punters on the field for a couple of these teams tonight. I don't know what Boston has or Jackson, but Charleston and Myrtle Beach, they've both got big ones. A lot of Whoppers getting eaten in those locker rooms.
Oh, man, it's been a while since I've had one of those. There's nothing better than a good Whopper, Dave.
Was that from your dating days or your late night beer runs after a hard night drinking?
Well, both. And are we talking about the Burger King or are we talking about those candies?
Yes. Yes.
Both delicious.
Both delicious.
I had somebody at Walmart the other day try to give me a pack of Whoppers. Didn't know them. Did I take them? Bet your ass I did.
Hey, big play there by Boston while we were thinking of candy. And who? Oh, it's Jake Blanchard. Let's see what he does here. Oh, a little swing pass out in the flat. And, look at the spin move. And then he's going to run right over top of the defender there. Nice gain for Blanchard.
That puts them in the red zone.
So we'll see what they've got there for us. So far, Blanchard's not breathing hard after all that running.
You would like to think that he's at least worked on his endurance while he's not been out there in the games.
You know, I heard he was spending a lot of time in the pool.
Yeah. I heard he's been riding his bike.
Well, that could be too.
In the pool.
In the pool. There's a pass over the middle. Who caught that? Number, I believe it's 81 for Boston. And it's going to set up a 1st and goal at the Charleston 2.
I like the extra effort from that wide receiver, getting a few extra yards after that catch.
Well, it is the playoffs. Things you don't see all year, you'll probably see it tonight. Including a draw play on goal line. Who in the hell calls that?
No, that's not what you would expect to see, but maybe, Skills trying to mix it up a little bit. Maybe catch him off guard.
Well, he may have saw something in film that made that a good play choice. Speaking of delicious,
Go on.
the whiskey and Dr. Pepper.
Are you out?
I'm close to being out. It's quite good.
I'll get you a refill.
Awesome.
Let's see what Boston can do on second and third.
Well, this hurt feet up to Blanchard again. I don't blame him. And he's down inside the one, just short of the goal line. Big 3rd and goal coming up here in this game.
Yes, it is. I mean, this is where it matters for the playoffs for both teams. I mean, this is one of the biggest plays, most important plays that we'll see.
My high school coach will call this nut cutting time. And he's out. He's got to be out. 4th and goal.
That was out. You got to see some toe dragging effort from the receiver.
He just ran with the ball.
I feel like it was a well placed ball.
Yeah, he had a chance there.
That one's on the receiver.
You know why we called that nut cutting time, right?
Go on.
Because that was a chance to find out who was willing to cut off their nuts to get a win.
Wow.
I mean, you got to want to win pretty bad.
Well, now that I've had 2 girls, I feel like it's much more doable. I don't feel like I need them as much anymore.
Not really. Might as well cut them off.
And it's a tied ball game in Boston, baby.
3-3. Great defensive stand there by the Charleston Federals. Jackson back to pass in the other game there in Myrtle Beach. He hits that slant route. And that's going to get a 1st and 10 there and move the chains for the Stingers.
Yeah, let's see if they can carry that over. Well, let me just say, Dave, that I feel like that was a very important stand for the defense of Charleston in that last drive against Boston.
Absolutely. I mean, they're on the road. And if you can get a big defensive stop early in the game, keep the home team out of the end zone, you quiet the crowd and you keep your own team in the flow of the game.
Yep. I couldn't have said it better.
Jackson back to pass there. Heavy pressure and hurried throw falls incomplete. That looks like Trey Whetstone, number 88 for Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach has a lot of good targets between Whetstone, Milo, Grandacious, Jogabetis. It almost gives me kind of a Kansas City Chiefs vibe.
Yeah, I think you're right. Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, they're playing tonight in the Who Cares National Football League.
Yep.
Because we have the WFA playoffs going on, and that's way more important.
That's exactly right.
Was that 90 all slant out of Gun Straight?
Looks like it was. I did get a little off-site interview with owner Randy Pierce, and he said that he had a new strategy going into this game. Every audible is 90 all slants.
Wow.
They said they're just going to go hard or go home.
That's an interesting idea. I hadn't thought of that. That's one way of making sure it gets ran. Oh, big pass. I believe that's Whetstone, and he's going to be down inside the 5-yard line. And as Chris Berman would have said, he was rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling with the football there. 2 hands on that ball security. And big tackle by 39 there for Jackson to keep Myrtle Beach out of the end zone. But Myrtle Beach is right there. 1st and goal at the 5.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach was there. There was nothing special about that route, Dave. That was just a straight go route. But
right.
it was busted coverage.
Hit it right in the seam. Let's see what they do with it here. Offset eye to the tight end side. And we'll give that to Bettis, and he's going to get down to about the 3. Tough running there against a good defense.
Yeah, Bettis tried to shake that first tackle, but just got clobbered there. Looks like we've got this game timed up pretty well. Looks like first quarter is about to come to an end on both sides here.
Pretty close. And 2 tight ball games. I mean, exactly what you would want in the playoffs.
Yep.
Tied in Boston and a chance to be tied in Jackson. Heck of a job. All right, 2nd and goal at the 3 for the Myrtle Beach Stingers. Let's see what they've got. Oh, a power play, and he's going to walk into the end zone, and this game is tied. Well, about to be tied.
Yep, with that nobody cares extra point, This game's going to be tied up, and Jaga Bettis is pumped about that power play. He's been wanting those power runs all season, and he got one right there. Good blocking.
That's, Martin said the same thing. He came into the office the other day, and he brought in some beer. I don't know if you've even heard of Goebel's beer before.
No.
That's what we drank in college. You could get it for 25 cents a can back then.
That's crazy.
It was quality. And he sat down and he said, listen, man, I can get you the promised land, but we got to run a lot more power.
Okay.
So, we drank all those beers. It cost us about $4, and,
And then you went to breakfast.
And we went to breakfast after that, yes.
Oh, you got to love Pottsville. Where there's no rules.
There are no rules in Pottsville. You want to drink some whiskey, have it with your scrambled eggs. It's fine.
Look at Nolan right there.
That's Nolan's sporting a dad bod there, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's nothing new.
So we've got tie ball games on both sides of the frame here. And Nolan in bad need of a treadmill. But his team is performing well right now.
Yeah, like you said, I love seeing these games being so close during the playoffs. It's going to make for an exciting next few weeks, I feel like.
Oh, man, Toss played at Blanchard, and he got loose. And he's kind of ramping it up. He's got 26 yards and 8 carries already.
Yes, he does.
John Madden always said to do well in the playoffs, you've got to run the ball and you've got to defend the run.
Okay.
So I'm looking over here, and, neither running back in the Jackson-Myrtle Beach game is averaging over 3 yards a carry.
Well, if we've said it once, we've said it 100 times. If you can get your running back in this game to run over 100 yards,
you have a great chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blanchard stops short of the original line of scrimmage there. I don't know who those cheerleaders are in the back, but I've noticed that the cheerleaders in this league, they really don't do a whole lot.
Well, it's... I don't know what to say about that.
Maybe they're tired. Oh, my goodness, what a catch there by Boston.
I've caught a lot of flack about our cheerleader jokes.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm going to bypass that.
What have people said?
They're tired of it. They want some new material.
They want some new material. Well, we'll see what we can come up with as the night goes on. I'm sure as I drink a little bit more of this Dr. Pepper and whiskey, I'll come up with something.
Well, if we run out of that, I got a couple PBRs and a Yoo-hoo in here. So things could get crazy.
That could be it. If you're drinking PBR,
well, yeah, sometimes you just feel like it,
so you're going slumming is what you're saying.
What do you mean slumming? It's just an old man beer.
I remember PBR from when I was a kid.
PBR is like what Vietnam veterans decide to drink on the 4th of July.
They did.
Yes,
yeah, they drank it while they were serving, and they haven't quit since. And by the way, God bless them for their service.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, Boston is out in an empty set here, up under center, but an empty backfield.
What a move from Akaji.
So we got 3rd and 2 in Boston, and Akaji picks up the first down in Jackson.
Randy Pierce just sent me a text message. He must be listening to our commentary. He wants to keep the cheerleader jokes going.
Okay.
He wanted everybody to know that the cheerleaders don't get paid much. It's a secondary job. Most of them work at Dollar General or Captain D's.
They're hardworking girls. There's no question about that. And Captain D's is an underrated establishment.
The only thing I know about Captain D's is my grandma goes there twice a week for lunch.
I went down to the Captain D's in Gallipolis, Ohio once, and I'm not saying anything about the menu or anything, but I did see an employee dragging a couple of big carp out of the Ohio River.
Ooh.
I don't know what they were going to do with that, but I did see that. And, of course, who knows more about big old carp than Scott Stover in that river? What's the river in Oklahoma that he's always wanting to have the WFA con in?
I don't know. This is the Oklahoma River.
Is there an Oklahoma river?
I don't know. I don't know.
But if he's listening, he needs to get on chat and tell us what the name of the river is in Oklahoma.
I've not seen Scott in the chat tonight. I have seen a recommendation of PBR with olive juice. It's called a white trash martini.
You got any olive juice?
I don't. Well, I think I've got some. No, I don't have any olive juice. I got pickle juice.
That'd be kind of the same thing, wouldn't it? Salty and...
It'd be close. It'd be close. So,
We could call it the Redneck Special.
that's something else.
Yes, it is. Oh, is it? Obviously, you've had one.
I've given a couple.
You've given a...
Oh, let's get back
We
to
don't need
football.
any more comments about that one.
Let's get back to football.
Satisfaction guaranteed on that.
We've got a punt from the Crabs. A long drive. For
Oh,
Jackson.
man. Yeah, and that's going to get down in deep inside the 20 there. And Myrtle Beach will take over on the 14-yard line. Meantime, in Boston, Boston has a decision to make because they've got 4th and inches at the Charleston 21. What do you do here? It's playoffs. Oh, they're going to kick. I thought, maybe they might nut up and run a dive play or something.
Let's check out this kick here and see.
Boston with a chance to take the lead. That kick is true. 38 yards out. Parascavus Stavroglou.
That was good. That was good. That was good pronunciation and a good 38-yard kick.
I can only say that because I've been drinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was because you knew Martin.
Well, that could be too. If he's Croatian, I've got this figured out.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. Bettis loose for Myrtle Beach. He picks up a first down, keeps the chains moving for Myrtle Beach.
Looks like that was the 40th field goal for that fella this season.
Wow, that's a bunch of them.
Or maybe in his career. I'm guessing career.
I have a comment about that. I'm questioning whether I should say it or not.
I think you should just say it.
If you have to kick a lot of field goals, that means you just can't quite close the deal.
Oh, well, the Stingers couldn't close the deal on that pass. Switching gears. And threw an interception right there. That was the first interception of the night, and it goes...
Oh, look at that stab. And then 56 there for Jackson picks that off.
That's the tip drill.
That's tip drill. Could be the curse of the pink socks.
You know who hasn't thrown an interception tonight, and I need it to start happening for my parlay?
Tyler Roush.
Yeah.
He's been very careful with the football this evening.
Yes, he has.
And we're about halfway through the second quarter in both games. And that's Akaji out in the flat for Jackson. Little swing pass. And he's going to pick up about 11 or 12 yards on that catch.
It was a good first down from Tyler Roush. Both teams right now moving the ball well.
Well, it's about time to get the offenses rolling. Like the AI sometimes struggles a little bit to get rolling, but they roll after a while. And we're 6-3 and 7-7, but it won't stay that way for long. Big sack there by Myrtle Beach.
Somebody have their pants down?
Yeah, I believe so.
Must be from all that crab stuff. And
all that crap stuff has created some big sacks. There's no question.
Swollen. Abdul Hodge gets a tip.
A tip on that.
Oof. Abdul Hodge is another one of those veteran players who's getting up there in age but is still producing at a very high level.
Yeah, I see Brian Craven in the huddle alongside. I mean, that's got to be the two best safety combo in the league without question.
Yep.
And,
How long can they stay on top?
I don't know. I mean, you look at those two guys, and they've been around for a long time. They're like coaches on the field for Boston, but you have to wonder how long, how much longer can they play?
Yeah. Most likely will be going into field goal position in Jackson.
Yeah, I believe so. Big tackle there on the play by Bobby Law, number 44. Good defense on the part of Myrtle Beach. So Jackson with a chance to take the lead at home. That's got to be the biggest holder I've ever seen for a field goal attempt. That dude's big. Look at that punter for Charleston.
It's 0-0.
0-0.
Almost fitting for a 0-0.
Yeah. That kicks up a good, and Jackson jumps out to a 10-7 lead. So we've got a 3-point spread in both games. And Colin, I have to ask the question. Mm-hmm. How long has it been since you had a 3-point spread?
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's been years. Years. You know, some say that 3 is just enough.
We have to make a statement on this series.
Depends on who you're pleasuring, I suppose.
So, that's what I'm told.
That's what I'm told, yes. Have no argument there.
Let's see if Jackson can get some points on the board before halftime, as well as can the Federals slow down the Whales here.
Man, look at that vice tackle by the two guys out in the flat there on Blanchard. That is good defense by Charleston. 2-yard loss.
Yep, that was good. That's what they need to get the ball back in enough time to march it down and maybe kick a field goal.
And that's a heck of a mustache on whoever that is they're playing for Boston. It's pretty incredible.
There's another interception.
Oh, an interception by Jackson. Oh, goodness. That's down into scoring territory right before halftime. 39 for Jackson. That's twice tonight. Simon Samuels. He's playing Simon Says, and he's done what he's wanted to. Great play on the ball. Good blocking out front. Nice return.
Yeah, that's tough if you're Mason Jackson. Back-to-back interceptions on back-to-back drives. At least it's just the first half. Best case scenario, you only give up 3 here.
So, let's ask the hard question here. Is Hugo Zachary smiling somewhere right now?
Well, he is, but he also hasn't played any football. He's getting paid big money
to sit on his ass.
And he's eating crab rangoons.
Yes, he is.
And drinking Mountain Dew and Crown thanks to Zach in Des Moines.
Yeah.
I mean, he's living the good life. Of course he's smiling.
Probably eating a lot of corn.
That's right. I mean, how much longer does he have, really?
I don't know if anybody signs him in the offseason or not. I don't know what Zach plans to do with him. To me, he would be a wasted contract at this point.
It would just make me nervous.
Especially with the way that Scout McTerry played in the game the other night.
Oh, yeah. He looked good.
He did. Wondering if I made a good decision in letting him go. All right, 3rd and 7 in the Jackson-Myrtle Beach game at the 23. This is a big down for the Myrtle Beach defense. They really can't afford a conversion. Need to force that field goal attempt. And good job. They
looked like a drop pass is what it looked like.
Somebody choked. 3rd and inches in Boston. I'm sure the women up there hear that a lot. Oh, did he get the first down?
That was just enough.
And that's what she said, too. Field goal attempt in Jackson. With 10-7 lead, that kick is up, and it is good. Jackson now to a 13-7 lead on the leg of Jeffrey Davis.
Beautiful night to have the dome open, isn't it, Dave?
There's no question about that. There's no chance of rain. Things tend to be a little dry during hurricane season anyway. All that moisture being pulled out into the ocean. Yeah. $1:10 to go in the Boston game in the first half, and $3:25 to go down in Jackson, Mississippi. Third and 14 for the Boston Whales. This is kind of an important down for them. If you convert, you probably keep Charleston off the scoreboard for the rest of the first half.
Mason Jackson doesn't seem fazed by his 2 interceptions. He is still
winging it, isn't he?
Playing aggressive.
Being very aggressive. Kind of like Randy Pierce.
Would you consider him aggressive?
I think it depends on what you're talking about. Like, I've heard rumors about what he's like in the seafood buffets in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I would.
That's highly aggressive.
I would consider that.
Yeah.
You should see him after he eats some oysters and it upsets his stomach. He gets real aggressive.
I would say you probably don't want to get between him and the bathroom. Jacob Bettis loose in the secondary, and he is brought down at the Jackson 40. 3:03 to go. They've got plenty of time to try to put a score on the board here.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought he was going all the way.
I did
to
too.
the
I
end
thought
zone.
it was loose.
That pursuit angle was clutch. By the
Yeah, it
linebacker.
was. That saved the day. Isn't every tackle, though, a touchdown-saving tackle?
I guess so.
Charleston, in the meantime, coming out from their own 1-yard line. The last thing they need to do right now is give up a safety to Boston.
Yeah.
That's going to wrap up the first half in Boston. Hey, if I'm Charleston and it's only 6-3 in the first half, I'm pretty happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, they still got a chance. It's definitely doable to make a comeback here and continue on in the playoffs, but I don't know what they're missing, really. I feel like the passing game has been next to none. Maybe involve Emmett Pierce a little bit.
You know, I got to be honest, after the way he went and stole away Emmy from me in the draft, you would think he would feed her the ball a lot more.
Yeah, you're not seeing much from the Pierce duo at all in Charleston.
No, and that ought to be kind of a cornerstone of their offense. I mean, Trey Tucker is a big chunky running back and looks pretty good carrying the ball there on that highlight. But you've got the big arm of Tyler Roush and those 2 receivers on the outside. I mean, that should have been big yardage for them this year.
Yeah.
Two minutes to go in the game in Jackson. And they're at 3rd and 2 at the Jackson 13. This is an important down for Myrtle Beach.
This could be huge.
Yeah, because they've got a chance. If they can get in there and get a touchdown and come away with a lead at halftime, that's got to make all that crab that they ate and stuffed last night seem all the more worthwhile.
That's right.
2-minute warning. They're going to let the clock run down, go over, have a sip of crab juice, and talk it over with their coach.
No teams have used any timeouts this first half.
What do you think that means?
This kind of pickup should be no problem for us.
I don't like it. I feel like
They're
3
wasted.
timeouts is to your advantage.
Yeah.
You should use all 3 of them.
Use all 3. You can't take them home.
No.
Jackson in a 3-4 defense here. This is a prime time to run the ball. And they do, and Jacob Bates makes them pay. He's in the end zone, Colin Pierce.
Well, that was another
for
power
the touchdown.
Yeah, you love to see it. Now he's rowing his boat for 6 points right there. Both touchdowns scored by Jaga Bettis.
He's thinking he's back in the Oklahoma River.
Wow. Wow, you got to love that celebration.
Heck yes, man.
So we're going to go ahead and pause the Federals Wales game for right now. Let this other one catch up. How's that
Okay,
sound?
that's fine. Yeah, we want to try to keep those on track. So it's tied. Here comes the extra point for Myrtle Beach. The snap is there. The hole's down. The kick is up, and it's good. And Myrtle Beach has a 14-13 lead
Wow.
with 2 minutes to go in the first half here.
You got to love that. You're down by 6. Now all of a sudden you have the lead. We'll see what happens in the next 2 minutes. It's still a lot of football left to be played.
The question is, can they play some defense in the final 2 minutes of the first half?
We will see. You know, Jackson has the right tools to make anything happen with Pearson and Akaji.
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give this away now. I saw it in practice this week in Myrtle Beach. Randy flew me down, let me watch defensive practice one day, and they ran this defense. You might remember this. He got it from the Wahama defense. It's called balls out. Do you remember that?
I don't think we ever ran balls out.
Well, balls out is an all-out blitz.
Okay.
And the coaches at Wahama would tell you that you need to run like your balls are out.
Ooh. And you're trying to catch him?
And you're trying to catch them. Ooh, big play there, big hit. Did he hang on to that? He did hang on to that. Wow. That's Cocoa Butter. Booter, whatever his name is. Cocoa Booter,
Cocoa butter.
Cocoa Butter.
Oh, my.
Yes, indeed. Shotgun set for the Jackson Crabs. Clock ticking down, under a minute and a half in the first half. And a little drop play. I believe that's Akaji with the ball. He's going to pick up 5, and Jackson's going to hurry back on the line of scrimmage. Got a little bit of 2-minute offense running there. We're about to a minute to play. Another delayed draw, but that's tackled in the backfield. And finally, someone uses a timeout, Colin.
Well, that's good to see. So Jackson doing the right thing there, calling a timeout, regrouping, trying to get some points on the board to reclaim the lead before the half.
They've led the whole way, I believe.
Tight end cross.
Am I right?
Break.
They've been leading the whole time, yes.
So they've got to be a little bit upset right now about that. Now, you know, like stingers, if you upset a bunch of hornets, that's bad. What happens if you upset a bunch of crabs?
Oh, gosh. Have you ever been pinched by a crab?
No, I try to stay away from the claw.
You're telling me you've got a degree in what? I want to say like some sort of marine biology.
I've got a master's in environmental science.
And you've never been pinched by a crab?
I spent a lot of time in the rainforest.
There's no crabs in the rainforest.
There's no crabs in the rainforest.
Huh. You ever been bit by a snake?
No, I've seen a few.
So you've never been bit by a snake and you were in the Amazon
Let's make sure we
rainforest?
keep him out of field
It's
goal
true.
range
I don't
here.
believe you.
Go time.
Well, there you have it. Wait, do you not believe that I've been bit by a snake, or do you not believe that I was in the Amazon rainforest?
I don't believe either of them
Wow.
if the snake thing didn't happen.
Well, I just don't even know what to say right now. Oh, missed tackle there. And that's a big play. That gets the ball down to the Myrtle Beach 25 with 40 seconds left. Jackson has 2 timeouts and they're in scoring territory. And that's frickin' Josh Showtime Pearson. The bane of Pottsville's existence.
He's a stud.
He is.
He's the man. I remember when Derek did not want to pick him up, and I talked him into it.
Yeah.
I forget who he wanted to draft in his place, but I told him Showtime Pearson's got what it takes. He does.
He did.
He's proven it tonight.
We couldn't tackle him.
It's looking like the Crabs might get themselves some points on the board, but they're going for more.
Oh, and they're in the end zone.
Oh, showtime! Oh!
And he shut the pan.
Oh!
35 seconds to go in the first half, and Showtime gets in the end zone on the arm of Nate Peterman Jr.
Wow, I am speechless. That was awesome. I loved every minute of that.
If you're Randy Pierce, you're not loving it right now.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure why you'd moon your own home crowd, but
Showtime did it.
Got it done. Wow.
Okay, so they're on for the extra point with 35 seconds to go. And they reclaim the lead 20-14. 35 seconds. Jeffrey Davis.
That leaves just a little bit of time. I don't suspect anything crazy is going to happen here.
Yeah, but we're talking about Mason Jackson. 35 seconds to 3 timeouts. Is he Mr. Magic?
We will find out.
We will find out.
Or will he throw his third interception?
Or will he throw his third interception? And by the way, Tyler Roush has thrown 0.
I know. Not sure how to feel about that.
What happened on that kick? Did you see that guy fall down on the kick return?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. This just in, we just got word that Showtime will be fined the league minimum for the celebration tonight.
What's the league minimum?
It's like a PBR with olive juice or something.
Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Can you and I drink the fine? We're the commissioners.
We are.
We get to drink the fine. I want 2 of them, though.
Would you try it?
I drink it. Would you?
Yeah. I'm not afraid of it.
I'm not afraid. Well, Bettis up the middle, who's now averaging 8.5 yards a carry. And what do you do here? Do you let that clock grind down and go in at half?
Is that accurate? 8.5 yards a carry. That's crazy.
That doesn't seem right.
That's wild. Looks like they're going to take it to halftime.
I bet they chunk one here. Or they just going to hand out a fullback toss with 4 seconds left. What are we doing?
A little hocus pocus, it seems like.
I guess so. Mr. Magic out there.
Well, I have cued Zach to go ahead and cancel the halftime show in Jackson. They're not going to take much of a break. We're going to get right back into the third quarter for both teams.
Sounds like a good plan.
So let's go ahead and get that going.
Who needs a break anyway? Let's play ball.
So you got to wonder what Randy could possibly tell the Stingers in that 2 seconds they had in the locker room.
Not a lot of time for adjustments there. But he does have the ball back, so, his play calling magic could be evident here in this first drive. One thing you got to say for sure is Myrtle Beach has some sweet-looking uniforms.
I like their uniforms. I redid their uniforms, but they never got pushed through. I gave some suggestions to Randy, showed him some things that I liked, but I guess he just wanted to stick with what he knows. Maybe he's superstitious.
Well, and he has a right to be. I mean, he's... Oh, I'm looking... Oh, man. Randy, really? You passed up on that?
Looks good.
It does look good.
Looks like Coastal Carolina.
That would have been a great playoff uniform. Now, I'm looking at this glass here, and there's not much Dr. Pepper in this.
We are fresh out of pop.
Well, I'm just going to have to drink it.
I guess that's...
Yeah, it just is what it
I
is.
think I got a couple drops of Sprite in here.
Ugh. That's smooth.
Smooth. Jackson coming out in shotgun straight, looking for the deep ball. Threads the needle, man.
Trey Whetstone again. And he's going to get him to 3rd and inches.
Whetstone on the left side of your screen. Emmett Pierce on the right doing a comeback route, getting the first down. We just said that Randy Pierce and Emmett Pierce need to become a
Bigger
little
factors.
more. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody just picked up the first down for Myrtle Beach. Looks like Bettis again.
I love watching.
Oh, big sack there by the Boston defense.
I love watching Jaga Bettis run with those high knees.
Yeah.
Head down, high knees. I love seeing that.
That looks like the unknown 25 running style.
You think so?
It does. I'm sure it's not that. But that's what that running style does for you.
Roush with 18 yards to go.
Could be pick time, but no, he hits the safe route out in the flat. Picks up 7 and makes it a little better.
Did you see that catch for the Stingers?
They've got to go back to that.
We got to see that replay. Zach, if that doesn't show a replay, it does. I was going to say he should go back and do that. Watch this.
Trey Whetstone picks up the tip ball. That's some concentration for you.
That was incredible.
And, he probably stuffed a crab last night to be able to make that catch.
Man, that was awesome. I love seeing that.
So they're in scoring territory.
Yeah, they are. They're going to get some points on the board. Tyler Roush is hurting after that second sack this drive.
He's a little scuffed up right now.
Let's go ahead and go into a red zone. We're close enough here.
2nd and 5 at the 21 for the Myrtle Beach Stingers. A chance to reacquire the lead. Clock grinding down to the midpoint mark. Bettis bounces it out, picks up the first down. That's huge.
Yeah, that was a good
Huge.
That was a good lead block there by the lineman.
Yeah. A little more power there for the big back.
Yep.
Down to the 15-yard line.
That's what he needs. And if that guy's averaging 8.5 yards, there's no
You gotta
reason.
feed him.
Yeah, you got to feed him.
Pro set. Draw play. Bettis stuffed it to one of the screamers. He's tired, and he stuffed a crab last night.
Ugh.
What does it do to your legs when you stuff a crab?
I don't know. I'm allergic.
Are you really?
Supposed to be.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
2nd and 11 for Myrtle Beach at the 16-yard line of Jackson. Mason Jackson spots something. Who knows what he's looking at? But he sees something in the secondary. So he says, you know what? We're going to feed it to Bettis. And he's going into the end zone, baby.
He went head first into the end zone there.
In the end zone.
And I don't want to take away from Jaga Bettis' third touchdown. We're going to call that a turkey. But also what we missed was Tyler Roush's first. Oh, no. That was an interception for the Federals. I thought it was
Federals.
Tyler's
You were
first
hoping it was
interception.
Tyler's first interception.
Ah, darn it. Go Federals. Oh, man. Wow, Jaga Bettis with a turkey.
3 touchdowns tonight.
Or a hat trick.
He wants the win.
Yeah, he does.
Well, here comes the all-important extra point, or the meaningless extra point, depending on how much I've had to drink.
It's blocked.
It's blocked! What do they do now?
He caught the tip and they called it dead.
Oh, you can't even throw it in the end zone? Well, we've got a tie ball game in Jackson.
I've never seen that.
A blocked extra point.
Well, I've never seen it caught and then called dead like that.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I can't believe Randy's not challenging that play.
That makes it a tied game, Dave.
2020. Like my vision.
You got such thick glasses.
I can't see crap. All right. Well, what happens now? 7-10 to go in the third. We are even up. Meanwhile, in Boston, man, this is a defensive struggle.
Yes, it is, but Charleston is knocking on the red zone door.
Toss to Trey Tucker. Oh, he's loose. He breaks a tackle. And he's going to pick up 7 on first down. And, man, that's a comfortable 2nd and 3 you have right. You know, you have the whole playbook open to you on 2nd and 3.
Yes, you do. Absolutely. I'm surprised they went with Trey Tucker, but man, look at that power, that strength, breaking 2 tackles, getting into the red zone.
You know what I'm calling right now if we're in Ravenswood?
What are you doing?
We're going to run wing right, ISO slant. We're going to throw a little play action and get the ball out to the X receiver on a slant route.
Okay. Let's see
You
if
would
they
love
agree.
that because you were a slant runner fool.
I love the slant routes.
You were good at it. Flip out to Trey Tucker, and he's going to get the first down.
You know, I'd take that all day.
Yeah. Yeah. And Colin, let's be honest here. A touchdown for either team in this game might be the difference.
You're exactly right. I would not be surprised if we see an out route to one of the Pierces right here.
It'd be a great call, and it looks like both of Boston's corners are playing off,
Yeah.
so the out route's going to be open. Trey Tucker on the run, picks up a yard. We're under the halfway point in the 3rd quarter. Charleston challenging the Boston defense.
You can't move the ball.
Switch to shotgun, Dave.
Yeah. What if Trey Tucker throws a pick here? What happens in the Nolan Pierce? Oh my goodness!
Oh, 2 opportunities.
What happens in the Nolan Pierce household if he throws a pick here?
I don't know. I don't know how much more he can take. You know, I mean, mentally.
Mentally,
I think it is crucial. I think his sanity relies on Charleston scoring a touchdown right here.
well, they're empty, so they're putting it all on the shoulders of Tyler Roush.
Watch the top right corner.
Uh-oh. And there it is.
I saw it coming, Dave. I knew that was the play. I knew that was the call. That was a post corner to Randy Pierce, intercepted by Boston, and that is Tyler Roush's first interception of the night. That one hurts.
Somewhere right now, Nolan Pierce is throwing a cussing tantrum like you've never seen before.
Yeah. Oh my, that is
That
rough.
hurts. I mean, they could have at least tied the game there. And now Jake Blanchard runs out there and picks up 9 on first down on a low catch.
That is bad.
Oh, huge.
That is huge. Well, 2 more interceptions to go, Dave.
Yeah, he's going to make the over-under. I really believe it. All right, let's see here. Jackson kind of threatening, but that's a big tip on 2nd down. It gets it to 3rd and 15 with Myrtle Beach. Big play on their defensive part. And at 3rd and 15, you're probably looking at well, you know, if they can pick up 5, it's a long field goal attempt, but it gives them a chance.
Yeah, I think you still pass it here.
Yeah, because you can throw a swing out of the backfield to what's that guy's name? Adubu Wally?
Yeah, I think what you do is you send a couple deep, you send 1 short, and you have the dump as an option.
Yeah. And there it is. And he's going to, missed tackle.
Oh,
He
gosh.
just almost picked the first down. So, you know,
4th and 1, Dave. Do you consider
not in the
no?
playoffs. You got to put points on the board. So they're going to kick and take the 23-20 lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, really? Even though you've got the veteran. See, I would think in the playoffs is when you need to be the most aggressive.
Well, look what's happening here. Do they just do the dumbass thing that the AI does and try to get you to jump and burn a timeout? Or do they run a play? They're going to burn that timeout.
Meanwhile, we have a
Meanwhile, we have a
flag.
challenge. I don't know what was overturned right there, but Boston came out on the nice end of that. So we've got Jackson, who's about to kick a field goal. And we've got the Polish sausage, also known as Michael Napoli.
Stud.
Winner of a Gin Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then unceremoniously cut by the Montreal Berserkers because they don't care who plays quarterback. Oh, my.
We've got both teams getting ready to do something crazy here. Let's go ahead and look at
let's get the score here. That's going to make it 23-20 with 3:36 to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time. But, man, what a great game this has been.
Yes, it has. And now Boston is in the red zone looking to add to their 3-point lead, which I think would be, if you get a touchdown here, that's the difference between a 1 and 2 possession lead here, which could be huge.
Napoli's seen something in the defense. He's calling an audible. It's going to be interesting to see what he does. Blanchard's got to have the ball in his hands.
A tip drill.
Oh, so close to being it. He caught that.
Yes, he did.
Who is that?
Talk about concentration, man. Number 81. I don't know who
I don't know who he is.
I don't have the sheets on me.
He's a steely-eyed missile man, whoever he is.
Wow.
First to goal at the 1 for Boston.
This is where you give it to Blanchard.
Blanchard's got to have the rock in his hands here. I think this is a bluff audible by...
What do you think about the pitch in that situation?
It's a dumbass call.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say?
Right.
You've got a power back on the 1 yard line. Don't pitch him the rock. Hand it to him between the tackles.
Nothing more frustrating than that.
And now they're back to the 3. Nasty slot with split backs for Boston. Flips it out into flat to Blanchard. And he's in. Man, if I'm Nolan, I'm throwing the flag because I don't know if he got in there. That was close.
I don't know, Dave. I think I'd save that red flag and just take your beating right
well,
there.
I hope they go to the replay here. Let's look. Oh, my goodness. What do you think, Colin?
I still think it's in. I
don't know. I wish they had pylon cam in the WFA. I don't know if that guy's in or not. If I'm Nolan Pierce right now, I am red hot nuclear furious about the officiating in this game.
Well, if you're Nolan, you better figure it out on offense, and you better figure it out quick.
That's the truth. Because, Petrus Stiragogonophalakakis. Just knocked down the extra point and gave you a 10-point lead for Boston. (23-20) in Jackson. And Myrtle Beach out around midfield in the empty set. Little quick pitch out there. Penalty flag on the field. Let's see what's going on.
We haven't seen a lot of those tonight.
No, both games have been pretty clean. Oh, face mask. That's big for the Stingers.
Yes, it is.
So now they have 2nd and 2. And they're all out in the empty again. Could this be the vaunted all slant play? Third and 2, incomplete on the play. Both games headed towards the fourth quarter, and tight ball games in both cases. Tyler Roush calling signals in the empty set for Charleston. Flips it out in the flat. And he's going to. Don't you hate it when you throw a check down and you lose a yard?
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Jaga Bettis over. How do you say that name? Jaga Bettis. He's over 100, Colin.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Stay ready.
He's over 100 right there?
He has 125 now.
Wow. Wow.
And we're going to get to the fourth quarter pretty quick in the Myrtle Beach Jackson game. They are going to pin Jackson close to their own goal line, down to the 3-yard line. Great punt by Mr. Legg. His middle name, by the way, is Third. I don't know if you knew that or not.
His friends call him Tripod.
Yes, they do. All right, so let's see what happens here. Offset eye for Jackson. Oh, goodness. It's a safety.
Oh, my gosh.
And Myrtle Beach, not only do they pick up the 2 points off the toss play for Akaji, but they're also going to get the ball back with what's probably going to be pretty good field position.
Wow, and you can hear the hush of the crowd.
It is dead silent in Jackson right now. There's not much going on in Jackson, Mississippi anyway.
There's nothing.
There's nothing.
Where is Jackson?
I don't know. I'm going to look. I'll get back to you.
All right.
A little internet research going on here.
You go ahead and do the research. We should have a team for that, but maybe after Pearson pays us fine, we'll have
That's
enough
true.
to hire a research team. Charleston continuing to try to make something happen here in the second half. Tyler Roush looking to pass, checking down to Tucker. Tucker gets gobbled up in the backfield. It's going to be 4th down. I'm expecting another punt here this early in the game.
Well, it's 23-22. You can't be silly.
No.
Jackson is the capital city of Mississippi.
It's the capital.
It is.
Wow.
And if, by the way, if you want to fly there from Parkersburg, it's a 9-hour flight.
Wow.
Well, I'm going to guess they dump you off in all kinds of airports and lay you over,
Okay.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty long because I flew all the way to Vegas for I don't know,
But-
6 or 7 hours.
Housing expenses are 32% lower in Jackson.
Really? What's that compared to West Virginia?
It's way less because nobody wants to be in Jackson.
Even compared to West Virginia?
I'm just saying. Why would you want to be there?
I don't know. I don't.
No desire whatsoever. People also ask, is Jackson, Mississippi a good city to live in? Let's see what they say.
Just says no.
It offers big city amenities along with a comfortable quality of life and reasonable home prices.
Wow.
Yeah, you've got that going on for you.
Kind of like Waco, it sounds like.
Probably a lot like Waco. Bettis on the carry, and he's going to come up short of the sticks. And so with 10:52 to go in the game, and Jackson holding tightly onto a 1-point lead, Myrtle Beach is going to have to punt. Maybe they're hoping for a big punt and another safety.
Well, that would be nice.
Wouldn't that be something?
I don't think I've ever seen 2 safeties in one game.
No, I've seen several games with one.
I remember my first game with 1 safety. Do you remember that, Dave?
Is it appropriate to say kiss my ass on the air?
What a punt!
What a punt down to the 2. What did I just say? 2 safeties in the playoffs.
My gosh.
Hey, what if you get 2 safeties, what are the odds of you winning?
I feel like it's exponential at that point. That was an incredible punt. I'm taking this into the red zone, Cam.
We have to. Now, will Noah call another toss play from his own 2-yard line? That's the question. Oh, look at Akaji.
Good run by
That's a
Akaji.
good run. That's a great play call. It's safe. It's a power play. And it got them off their own goal line.
Yeah, it gets them out
Big
of trouble.
play.
Mm-hmm.
All right, over in Boston. Napoli comes out. Oh, Blanchard stopped for a loss, and that's going to get it to 3rd and 14.
Good hit by Rising.
Yeah, Rising's been a good player for quite a while in this league, too. Man, 2 big downs coming up here. Wow, Jackson is money right now.
Going to none other than Showtime
Pearson. And we got 3rd and 14 in Boston. Let's see what happens here. Napoli steps up. That ball's tipped. And Boston's going to have to punt. And somewhere right now, Nolan Pierce, after all that cussing, has to be feeling pretty good.
I think he's feeling an opportunity.
Yeah, they're going to get great field position. If they get it kind of returned, they're going to be right around midfield. 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Let's see what happens. Gunk hits a good one.
Just an incredible kick. That's over a 60-yard punt.
It is. And it was a decent return. I mean, he kind of outkicked his coverage, but when you're that fat, you can do it.
NPJ looking downfield for the first down, hitting Showtime once again. The connection's starting to become real.
That 75 yards might be the most meaningful 75 yards in the whole game.
Yeah, Showtime's really making an appearance, being a difference maker in this game tonight.
I'll tell you where, as the Pottsville Maroons owner, where I messed up is I didn't do whatever it took to get Showtime in Pottsville.
Did you have an opportunity there?
I didn't even consider it. What was I thinking?
He has that X factor.
He does. The Kaji tackle for a loss, that's big. And let's see what Charleston has over in the other game. Short drop by Tucker. Man, I just go back to that interception and, it's the difference between being up 10-6 or being down 13-3.
Yep, you're right. I mean, they were at least going to get 3 points out of that drive.
Right. Empty set for Tucker. Nolan showing complete confidence in his QB. And you have to. It's the playoffs.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's a big ball. Oh, I thought that might have something going there for a second.
I think he overthrew him, Dave.
Yeah. He's got a big arm, and that's a big punter. I've said it, several times tonight, that guy is a load. What happened up top here?
Pearson again with a first down conversion.
He's over 100 yards. He's got to be close.
Taking it to the sidelines, keeping both feet in bounds. What a great route.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
He's a KG veteran.
Talk about awareness of the field.
Well, both of these games have been everything you could ask for in playoffs. They're both tight. Nobody's left either stadium.
No. And really in this 4th quarter, it seems like Jackson has taken the possession for, I would say, the large majority of the 4th quarter.
Well, if you remember, Randy punted them down inside their own 5. And they've held on the ball ever since. But how long before they make a mistake? Myrtle Beach needs to stop here. And that's going to get them to 3rd and 10. This is a big down coming up for both teams, for Jackson and for Myrtle Beach. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a pick 6 in Charleston.
Yes, it could. Wow, you just put one hand up instead of two. I can just hear Coach Cromley right now.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. I remember you getting your ass chewed big time
Yeah, you have no idea.
for only putting one hand up to try to catch a ball.
I remember him putting me in the end zone. He stopped practice, put the players on the sidelines, put me in the end zone, had Brenton Clark throw me a 40-yard pass and said, catch it with one hand. And Brenton threw it. I caught it with one hand. And he said, do it again. And I dropped it the second time. He got up in my face and said, see, you can't effing catch a ball with one hand.
Even though you did it the play before.
Oh, gosh.
Those were the good times.
Yes, it was.
Oh, my goodness. Big catch there by Boston to move the chains. Najee Lewiston. And a great throw by the Polish sausage, Michael Napoli.
Yeah, Najee with a great catch right there.
Gosh, man. Great route, great throw, great protection. 236 and a touchdown for Napoli at this point in the game. You can tell why he's a Gin Bowl champion.
Yeah, but you can see it in the stash, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. That guy's made a lot of video.
They call that the womb broom.
Nice.
Jackson in shotgun with
Oh, man.
no Jaga. Jaga's sitting the sidelines waiting for his opportunity to get the ball.
Well, he had to adjust a few things.
I would assume at this point what their strategy is keep Jaga fresh, run the ball down to the other side of the field, and then bring him in with.
It could very well be. I see him on the field now, though. And, well, 2nd and 2. I mean, he could be a decoy on this play. Mason Jackson changing the play at the line of scrimmage. And let's see what happens here. Meanwhile, Blanchard stuffed in the backfield. Myrtle Beach is going to convert, pick up the first down. And Boston faces 3rd and 11. Can Napoli convert again? That's the question.
Well, he's done it several times before. There's no reason to think he can't. It's just, can the Federals step up and make a play here?
Heavy rush. Napoli pulls it down, but it's not enough. They're going to have to punt.
That's something you don't see very often, is Napoli making a run for it.
Nah, because he's known for his arm, but not for his legs. And there's Bettis. He decides to cut it back.
Wow.
And he's going to pick up a hard-fought yard for Myrtle Beach. Both teams need a play. Actually, all 4 teams. They need something to happen. Man, this Boston-Charleston game, oh my goodness.
What a punt.
What a punt. Is that Tony Gunk again? That guy's got to be the MVP.
Yeah, what I love about this, Dave, is that was the best punt that Boston could give, and it is the best opportunity for Charleston to reignite a flame here.
Yeah, they're 99 yards away from getting back in the ball game. Tyler Roush, it's time for him to prove what he can do.
If the Federals march the ball down the field here without getting a safety,
Yeah.
it proves that they can do anything in the playoffs. So I would say that this is the most important defensive stance for the Whales.
No question. No question. And they get it. They hold them to a yard here, so the safety's still in play. A safety here with 4:48 to go might seal it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh my goodness! And Tucker, he is churning to get the ball out to the 5-yard line. I think they're safe at this point.
Yeah, here's what I hate. I don't think Coach Nolan Pierce believes in audibles, and I think this is where it really bites you.
That was nearly picked.
Yeah, this is tough. That's tough to watch. Poor effort from Charleston.
4th and 6. Mason Jackson chucking it. That ball's picked. His 3rd pick of the day, Colin.
Wow. I think it is impressive that is the 3rd pick for Mason Jackson, and it's still a 1-point game in Jackson.
Yeah, it is. Oh, my goodness.
They went for it, didn't they?
They did. 4th down inside your own 10-yard line, and they go for it, and they come up short. John Hurley with the pass deflection. A timely play from a KG veteran. And now Boston has a chance to extend that lead. And if I'm calling the plays in Boston, I'm feeding the ball to Jake Blanchard.
Looks like that's exactly what they're going to be doing out of weak-eyed.
Oh, man, Charleston's up the defense all over him. Well, what do we got going on? Second goal from the 9. If it becomes 16-3, Charleston's not out of it. They've got to hold it to a field goal here.
Yeah. It's a 2-minute warning in Jackson, Dave.
23-22.
That's going to be a good one.
Charleston's struggling to hang in there tight. All over Blanchard. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 10. Wyatt Zussman on the tackle. Matt Bradley tonight has been oddly quiet. It's about time for him to make a play.
He really has. He's been moved up to kick returner
Toughen
1
up on
this
that
week.
side, all right?
Has he really?
I wonder if that role has him being a little more tired than usual.
Could be. Of course, they've only returned 2 kicks tonight.
That's a good point.
Blanchard stuffed. That's going to bring out the field goal unit. So we're looking at worst right now, a 16-3 game in Boston, and still a chance. 3rd and 7 in Jackson, and this is a big down. And we're looking at the punt for Myrtle Beach. This is huge.
This is a big drive for the
This is a
Stingers
big
coming
drive
up.
for the Stingers. All they need is a field goal. And they're going to get the ball back in decent position with a minute 53 to go.
They did spend 2 of their 3 timeouts on that last drive. Crabs still have 2 timeouts. All 6 timeouts available for the Boston-Charleston game.
Yeah, and if Charleston can get a quick score and then get that onside kick, anything can happen.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Man, this is so exciting.
Yeah, this is what it's all about, man. This is the first round of the playoffs. Which team will continue on?
Gosh, you about kicked that out the back of the end zone. Petrus sever arthritis with the unbelievable kickoff, 9 yards deep. Okay, short gain there for Myrtle Beach, 2nd and 7. They're up around midfield. They're in good shape right now.
I just heard a good play call from Tyler Roush in the huddle with our new WFA cam. We're looking at a 50 AZ cross here on this play. I'm expecting this to be a potentially big play for the Federals.
Okay, let's see what they've got. Oh my, that was huge. Oh, it's incomplete.
Wow. Emmett couldn't hold on to it.
Oh my goodness. If she was playing in Pottsville, she would have caught that ball.
Jackson with a pump fake, stepping up.
And he's sacked.
But they're in a hurry. You know what that means?
They're going to try to hurry. What's it mean?
It means 90 all slants is coming up.
Uh-oh. Well, okay, so they pick up 5. You got to go for it.
Another dropped catch from Emmett. 2 in a row. That is hard to watch. But this is a big 4th down for the Stingers.
Let's see what he's got here. This could be the season. Oh, can he get the first? Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
Wow.
And I think he has the first down if he can get turned upfield.
Oof, that was tough. I'm not sure why you would complete a pass in that situation that was behind the line of scrimmage. I don't like that call, but
It's infuriating when that happens to me in Pottsville. I know that. And so Randy Pierce has got to be really furious right now. And it looks like Jackson is going to try to kneel on the ball.
You ain't playing like yourself today. We need
Myrtle Beach has one timeout. There's really nothing they can do.
is that going to finish it?
I think it is.
It's going to leave 3 seconds.
They will run this clock on second. There's nothing anybody can do. That game is done.
Yep, it's going to leave 3 seconds.
Man, what an unbelievable effort by the Myrtle Beach Stingers, and they come up short. And, if you got the hot pink helmets in Jackson, you got to be feeling pretty good right now. They're going to move on.
Yeah, they are.
Win and advance in Jackson.
Yep, that play clock's going to run down. Jackson is going to end up playing the winner of the 2 expansion teams playing in the playoffs. The
Calgary and
Aviators.
Long Beach. Or the Aviators.
Yep,
Hey, I'll tell you something. The Aviators are dangerous.
they are. They're a good team.
Well, we're over to the Boston-Charleston game. 2:12 to go. Boston threatening. And Charleston doing everything they can to hang in there.
Charleston only putting up 3 points as a whole right now is something that you have to be frustrated with. You got to put up more points than that, Dave.
Well, and you go back to that drive where they threw the pick in the end zone. If you take 7 off the board for Boston and put 7 on the board for Charleston, they're up 10-9 right now.
Yep. Yep, I agree.
It's the playoffs. Anything can happen. Blanchard is going to pick up 7. Charleston's going to crank out a timeout. Colin, they have to hold Boston to a field goal here.
Yeah, you absolutely have to. You're running out of precious time. You're 2 possessions down. Something magical has to happen here.
A flat pass, pick 6. Wouldn't that be something?
What are the odds of that?
Not great. I think they're going to hand the ball to Blanchard here and play it safe. Yep, he's going to be... Oh, he's so close.
I think you go for it.
So 4th and inches.
You go for it because it's still a 2-possession game.
Yeah, and I mean, they've got 1:52 and 91 yards away, even
Yeah.
if you get stopped. I mean, it's better than any punt you could have hoped for.
The smart play here
Is run play.
well, with that win in Jackson, the number 5 seed is victorious over the 12, and my parlay is busted already.
Well, I knew Myrtle Beach was going to play better. They didn't play very well in their first matchup with Jackson, but what a coaching job by Randy Pierce. I know that's not quite enough. He's not happy with the loss, but wow, what a coaching job he did to get him within a point.
Yes. Yeah, good game by both teams. Kept it close the entire game. The safety was exciting.
Yeah, it put a whole new spin on the strategy down the stretch.
Yep, gave us a little bit of hope for a comeback, something exciting at the end, but never quite came to fruition. Looks like Zach will be scrolling through the stats for that game as we come to what I would consider to be the end of the Federals playoff run.
Yeah,
Season 10.
I mean they're 16 down. You gotta hit 2 touchdowns and get 2 extra conversions. And I mean, you're asking them to do in 1:48 what they have failed to do in the entire other 3.5 quarters of the football game.
Yep.
And you certainly can't depend on the legs of Tyrax.
I'm not sure what the decision is there. At this point,
What's he looking for? His mouthpiece?
He might have dropped his jockstrap or something.
Something. Oh, high snap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And just like that.
Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. Good second effort.
Who made that tackle for Boston? That might have saved their season.
Wow. That was
Matt Van Meter caught the ball there.
Matt Vamer didn't quite have the legs. Got chased down.
He got caught from behind.
No more easy yards.
And first and goal at the 3. Now they've got to get a touchdown and they've got to go for 2 here. Let's see what they do. Oh, Trey Tucker gets it down. What's no gain?
No, stepped out of bounds. Had a head of steam there, but not enough real estate.
Yeah, not enough room.
Brick wall, guys. Brick wall. We're stopping them right here, right now.
If you're Boston right now, are you confident?
I'm still feeling good from Boston.
Yeah. Second goal at the 3. Single back set. Turkey right. That's the name of that formation, by the way. That's a touchdown. Oh, man. I thought he was in.
I think that was a poor throw by
Yeah,
Ralph.
it was. If he'd have hit him in stride, it was open enough to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Clock running. Well, there's the touchdown with under a minute to play, 19-9. They've got to go for 2. There's no other answer here. Jeff Bainfield, journeyman wide receiver.
Yeah.
Honestly, not worth a shit.
I like Jeff.
Do you like Jeff?
I do.
Is he a user?
He was.
But he left us.
He's not here anymore.
So
but
he probably got the wrath of me and the people leaving the server channel.
maybe so. I like Jeff Banfield.
Here comes 90 all slant for the 2-point conversion.
This is crucial. This
It
is
is.
needed.
Oh, it's open.
Let's call it.
And they got it. 57 seconds left. Matt Van Meter, who caught the big pass that got him in position, comes up with a 2-point play, and we're at a 1-possession score from having a tie game going into overtime for
I
Texas and Boston.
Still can't get myself excited for this. Unless
Listen, when you get as old to be as me, you got to find reasons to be excited. Here it goes. Okay, so much for that.
No, that's going to end it here in Boston. Both home teams bring home a victory and move on in the playoff bracket. Boston will end up playing the winner of the Wastelanders and the Corn Kings. Do you have a favorite for that one?
I don't see anybody beating Boston right now.
Really?
They've got great defense. They've got a running game. They've got Blanchard back. Oh, a little bit of... I can't tell you what we even used to call that. It's not appropriate for YouTube. But a little bit of push and shoving going there to end the game. And, I don't see either one of those teams able to beat Boston. What do you think?
I think it's going to be a real close game in Washington.
Washington will host that game?
I'm assuming Washington's going to win against the Corn Kings. Washington's
Okay.
number 2 seed.
Gotcha.
And Boston's number 7, so they will have home field advantage, assuming they win. So,
Okay.
But you're right. Boston is a really good team this season, as they are every season. But it seems like the extra effort has been put in.
Yeah, they've done what they had to do to get this game tonight. 19-11, a great playoff game. They did what was needed to win the game. Yeah. And so they move on.
Yeah, they do. Dave, while I have you here and we're scrolling through the end of these stats until the player of the game is released, I want you to look at this playoff bracket. I want you to give me your top 4, and we'll have a conversation from there.
Top 4. Well, I'm going to say the Pottsville Maroons are in that mix.
You think you have a chance against the Bull Moose at home?
That'd be a great win for us. It might be our best win ever.
That'd be huge.
It would be. And, I mean, essentially the Vermont Bull Moose, I don't care what you say, that's the Montreal Berserkers. Which, okay, let's be honest here. We have sucked against them. But we're due.
You're due for a win.
We're due for a win. So I got to admit, I think we're there. Out of the bottom half of that bracket, I think Dayton is there. I
like
think,
Boston. You said
yeah,
you
I like
Boston.
Boston. And as much as I hate to say it, I'm probably leaning on Santa Fe.
I think the game I think Santa Fe and Green Bay both win. I think that is going to be an incredible game to watch.
We might need to do that game.
I think it's going to be a great game.
Green Bay has really improved.
Yeah.
And Santa Fe has kind of peed down their leg down the stretch.
Well, if there's anything we know about Hammer, is Hammer knows how to turn it on at the end of the season.
Yes, he does.
And so I expect a little extra from the Wolfpack heading into round 2.
Yeah, well, here's what I hope for. At this point, we just have to beat Louisiana.
Yep.
I mean, nothing else matters at this point in Pottsville. And, we hope we get to play the Vermont Bull Moose. They haven't played yet, have they?
No.
And who do they have?
They play the Cavalry, number 16 seed.
Don't sleep on Wyoming.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They've done it before.
Let me ask you, Dave, you started off the season super strong, holding the number 1 seed for a while. Now you're at number 8.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we're still 9-3.
Right.
And, and I got to be honest, I take a little bit of, I want to challenge the tiebreaker procedure because we split with Dayton. And in the point differential, we were 1 point better.
Really?
So
Just
in
1 point.
8 quarters of football, we were we had the 1 point advantage.
Wow.
But we lose out because of the division record.
Wow.
I don't know how good I feel about that.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is this: if we beat the DC Tribe, nothing matters, and we choked.
Yeah, you did.
We did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it sucked.
Well, Dave, I feel like Red Zone went off as well as expected. I enjoyed my time with you tonight. For anybody who is still with us tonight, if you enjoyed Red Zone and you enjoyed some live commentary, let us know. Give us some feedback so that we can bring it back again next week. We will do it if people are watching and listening and enjoying what we're doing. So any final words before we sign off tonight?
Just go Pottsville.
Dave says go Pottsville. I say let's have an exciting and competitive playoff experience for season 10. And let's make it a fun one. Let's end strong. Let's get involved in chat.
This has been, honestly, these 2 games set the stage for a great playoff.
I think so too. I'm expecting big things. I hope everybody is excited and everybody is ready to watch some more WFA football. But for now, this is Colin and Commissioner Dave Barr signing off on Red Zone for tonight.